What's up, guys? So it is finally here, the Olight Warrior Mini 2. Now, who predicted this? Who thought, after seeing everything that happened with the first one, that they were just going to redesign it, come out with another one? Maybe half and half, I don't know. I kind of thought that they would just move on and make new lights. But the Warrior Mini was such a popular light that it got so much different attention, and then eventually, you know, more and more people had some issues with it turning on and burning their pocket and stuff. I had so many messages from people who heard about that or had their own personal experience that I decided to do my own testing. And if you saw those videos, I actually tested this out with a piece of denim. And the front does get hot. I mean, even right now, it's still very hot. Yeah, that kind of sparked all this interest in it and all this attention on it. And at some point, Olight decided to offer refunds for this light, or you can get one of these silicone caps. Now, the silicone cap, I did a whole video on this as well. If you haven't seen it, its purpose is to help prevent the light from accidentally turning on your pocket, because it can get quite hot on the head. The reason it gets really hot, it's a combination of things. There's a lot of power there, but the reflector is kind of shallow. The lens is plastic, so it just overheats, and it could be an issue if and only if it turned on in your pocket. Now, there's a couple different ways it was turning on besides having a tail clicking and people just bumping into it turning on. Apparently, because the bottom's magnetic, it became in contact just the right way with certain pieces of metal in your pocket, then it can automatically turn on. So it became a whole issue, and they just decided to stop making it and make it right for the customers who already had them. But they were working on a new one, which I didn't know. And when I caught wind of it, I wanted to get a hold of one to test it out, which is right there. And they did a bunch of changes, okay? Because the Warrior Mini was an extremely popular flashlight, they wanted to continue making it, but obviously after this issue, they had to change things. And they did. They changed a bunch of things on here. So part of this is to also announce, of course, their massive sale, because they're always doing these big blowout sales and stuff, and particularly around the holidays, as well as when they launch a new product. Now, this is obviously a new product launch, so it's incentive to go check it out. You know, they're having a sale on all kinds of things, but it starts tonight. It is June 17th, 2021. Starts at 8 p.m. And runs until tomorrow, June 18th at midnight. Now, what I didn't really know much about is they have a VIP program. And you guys, I mean, if you're part of the VIP program, please do explain it down below, because I don't know any details about it. Although I'm part of the Facebook group page, all right? Olight does have an official Facebook page with, there's probably close to 100,000 members now. It is really crazy how many people are into these lights. But they talk about it all the time, like, you know, the VIPs get this and that and the other thing. I don't know exactly how it works, so if you guys want to explain it, that'd be cool. But the VIP members, like there's a diamond, like I guess that's the top, of course. They get to actually get in on these sales like 4 or 5 days earlier. And then they have, like, you know, different levels and stuff. I think the silver level VIPs get in like 2 or 3 days early. So, you know, obviously it's incentive. It's mostly, I think, for the collectors. There's people who collect these lights because they make so many different types of lights, so many different colors and materials and stuff. So it becomes a very big collectible if you happen to be into the flashlight scene. And those people, I guess, if you're spending a certain amount of money or something like that. But you guys, of course, again, if you're part of the VIP program, explain it to me, because I like to learn more about it. But I do a lot of trading for stuff, you know, so I'm not spending big bucks on these lights, but I know people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars collecting these flashlights. But anyway, on to the actual light. They did do a few changes. The biggest change on this, besides obviously, you know, slight actual design changes in the size and stuff. So you can see that there's a bezel compared to the original one here. Let's zoom in. It's further away, so it's not, you know, it can't make as close contact as it used to. The lens itself still feels like plastic to me, but if you notice in here, okay, there's that little black thing. That is a proximity sensor, okay? So this is actually a really, you know, smart idea. I've seen and used proximity sensors in different things like headlamps before, among different companies as well. It's not just Olight. I've seen them in other flashlights, and I've actually done videos on it talking about it. But the proximity sensor basically cuts the power when it gets too close to something. So again, their biggest issue, this is a fantastic light, still is a fantastic light, but with the handful of people out there who had problems with it burning their pockets or shirts or whatever damage it was causing from accidentally turning on, that's what they had to focus on, okay? So when it gets close to things, not only does it not get hot now because of the distance, but it also ramps down that power, which is actually really cool. So hopefully I can give a quick demo on this, if you could see the light change, but turn the flashlight on. You can see it's probably, I don't know, 8 inches, 7 inches, something like that away from my hand. See if you could see this light dimming as it gets closer, right there. So this is, I would imagine 4 inches, maybe 5, right? Right, because it's far away. As it gets closer, right there, it changed. It dropped that power, so it's not producing as much heat. Now again, compared to the old version of this, that's hot. Like that's hot where I can't touch it anymore, okay? That's like 2 or 3 seconds, right? With this one, it's nothing. Not only is it not burning my hand, but it's not that uncomfortably hot either. Like I could literally just keep my hand here. So as I continue to talk, we'll do that. We'll keep it palmed there. So they really did just resolve the issues that everyone had with the first light. Everyone loved it. They just changed it enough so that it's not going to have those same problems, which is really cool. I can definitely appreciate that. So real quick, I want to go over its accessories. Of course, you get your magnetic charging cable here, all right, which is really easy to use. But you also get a side split ring, okay, which is removable. This is actually really interesting. All right, so if you wanted to put a lanyard on here or something, they actually have a separate spot you can clip this to. And because there's a channel cut out of there, you can see our double pocket clip. So it's a reversible pocket clip. You can carry it like this, or you can carry it like this. But you can also now switch this around and put the pocket clip towards the bottom. So you have 4 carry positions on this flashlight. I do not currently know of any other model out there from any brand that gives you 4 different carry positions, okay? Now on the bottom here, this ring goes all the way around. Of course, on the top, you can see it's limited. It's only one spot on the light, which corresponds with the button, which I like because, you know, imagine it's dark. That's why you probably need a flashlight to begin with. You're searching for it. It gives you a physical reference. So when you find that pocket clip, which you could easily feel, you know the button, the side switch, is on the other side, okay, if you happen to need it. So good little tidbit there in case you're fumbling around in the dark for your flashlight. So yeah, that pocket clip thing is actually pretty neat. And what's and lanyard option, I should say, because it's usually a pocket clip. But what's also cool is it came with this kind of unique carabiner. So yeah, we have just a completely round one. It says not for climbing. Of course, it's not weight bearing, and it's branded Olight on the bottom here. So yeah, just kind of different, kind of cool. Haven't seen anything quite like that. So I mean, yeah, if you wanted to use this with the ring, clip it to your belt loop on your pants or something like that, just an option. Options are good. You don't have to use it. In fact, this is something I'm not going to use, even though I really do appreciate its unique design. I do actually like using the pocket clips and sometimes sheaths if they are available. But then also we have a wrist lanyard, same deal. You can go through the split ring there on the side. Because these do also tail stand, which is nice. Even though the button is pushed out, you can see that they have these little pillars, right, that allow it to tail stand without putting any pressure on that as well. So if you push it against a flat surface, it's not going to turn that on, okay? It hits those little pillars. But this is kind of unique and different. Of course, this is adjustable for your wrist size, but this is kind of stretchy silicone. So if you are one of the people who happen to use the wrist lanyards, this is actually a really, really comfortable design. I never had a problem with the other ones, the material ones, but just wanted to mention that for anyone who does actually use these and has a very strong cord that's on the end there. That's what you would loop through. So yeah, that's the deal with the accessories. I did want to show you the paperwork here to explain the proximity sensor as well, which is right there. So go ahead and read it. Says, when the front lens proximity sensor detects an obstruction nearby, the brightness will automatically reduce. While in this state, the side switch can only turn the light off. The light will turn off directly if the blockage continues for more than 60 seconds. Now this might seem boring, but I'm going to go ahead and test this right now. Okay, so as soon as this dims, I'm going to hit the start. There we go. So now I can actually leave it there. So 60 seconds. It should automatically shut off. I guess I can leave it like this so you guys can see it a little bit better. Yep. Now, of course, I can fast forward this part, but, I just like to show it real time. 60 seconds isn't too bad. But, you know, like I said, you can hit that skip button if you can't wait the extra 30 from this point right here. But yeah, I do think this is pretty cool technology, honestly. That's what it is. It's cool technology built into the system to just prevent any issues. By the way, let me put this on my hand, see if it's hot. Barely warm. You can easily keep this against your hand, face, forehead, whatever. We're approaching that 60-second mark. There it is, on the dot. How about that? So that does work. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, you just turn it right back on if you need to. So pretty cool. I do like the changes that they've made to this flashlight. I think they've literally done everything they could to reproduce this in a very simple to use, safe way. Now I will point out that the original flashlight does in fact have a lockout function, and a lot of the hardcore Olight fans and collectors pointed that out. They were slapping their forehead and telling everyone they're dumb if you don't want it to burn your pocket or turn on an accident, to lock it out. I heard a lot of comments like, well, yeah, you know, flashlights are powerful. They'll all light your pants on fire if you leave them on in your pocket. Now that's not true. That's not true at all. It is a design flaw in a respect that it generates a lot more heat than normal in a very short amount of time compared to a lot of other flashlights of its size and capability, with the same battery source and the same output, and very similar, if not exact same LEDs. So this did stand out as being an issue, but Olight completely resolved it with this one. So if you like the idea of the first one, I would definitely consider this one. The proximity sensor doesn't bother me. I know there's going to be a handful of people out there like, oh, it's so stupid. What if I want really bright light, really close, like 4 inches or something? I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say about that. I've talked about different modes before being, you know, very advantageous, because when you're close to something and there's too much light, because that's possible. As I mentioned before, knives can be so sharp that they don't cut easily. I know it sounds stupid, but it makes sense. But flashlights that are, you know, extremely bright, the closer you get to things, it's reflecting the light back, so you can't see what you're looking at. So I don't see why anyone would need high output flashlight 4 inches from something. I can't think of a single scenario where that's you know, necessary. So, you know, kudos to Olight for fixing it, making it better, making it cool. And like I said, obviously when they're initially launching this product, they're going to go ahead and give everyone a deal on it. Now there's all kinds of details on the sales and stuff. You guys can just check out the page if you're interested in all that stuff. They are giving away a free multi-tool, which is pretty cool. So they have their own branded little one-piece multi-tool, which is interesting. And of course, when they do these flash sales, they have all kinds of other stuff that's on sale as well. So if there's other lights, it's worth checking out. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you and, you know, spew off all the details as to the prices and the packages and the combos and all that stuff. You can figure that out on your own. But there are definitely deals to be had. If you happen to be in the market to get an Olight anyway, you might as well save money. If you're always looking for new interesting products, which I always am, that's why this would be fun. It's fun to check these things out. So I just want to give a big thank you to all the people out there who do give their feedback. It is super important for these companies to be able to continuously improve on their products and make a great product for people to enjoy. You know, when it comes to flashlights, I mean, what's the purpose? You know, you turn it on, you light up something when you can't see. It seems simple, but there's a whole lot of details there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on. And when there are problems, it's great to literally bring them to light. Yes, pun intended. That feedback helps everyone. Helps the company, helps new customers, helps the products. So don't be shy about it. If you have problems with products, you know, especially if I'm doing a video on something, it could be a knife, a flashlight, it could be, I don't know, maybe I got some sneakers or something. If you have that product and there's something you don't like about it, post it in the comments. You know, don't be shy. Let everyone know what you don't like about things, because that information is extremely valuable. Everyone likes stuff, you know, but it's the people who don't like certain aspects of things, that information, that of course could improve it. And some people might not understand, like people who carry this flashlight who never had it turn on an accident, they never had a problem with it because it never turned on. But those exact people heard about this, and some of them maybe stopped carrying it. Maybe that information prevented them from burning their leg or burning their pocket. So information is good and feedback is always welcome. So that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.